Hello, and welcome to the October Patreon stream, the Halloween edition. Hope everybody out there is doing well. Hope everybody's having a good October. Shout out to James G for becoming a channel member. Thank you, sir. Very kind of you. Let's see who all I've got with me tonight before I bring on the panel and we start talking movies. We've got DJ Donnelly here, Alex Bacon, Con Customs 1, Joe Bob Tarheel, TH Jamie, Art, Content Central 1, Antonis Andriadis. How you doing, sir? We got Griff watching over on Twitch. How you doing, Griff? We got Dave in the chat. We've got Andy Breckenridge. I'm glad, Andy. Yes, that was quite a time. I'm sure we'll talk about the Scarefest during this stream. Got PlayStation 9 with us, Pistol 213 IT, Jeff Spicoli, Smudge, David Alvarez, Scratch Burno. Yeah, thank you all for tuning in tonight. We're going to be shooting the bull here shortly. What's up, Kevin Ellis? How you doing, sir? What's up, Manuel? Art, thank you for the $1.99 super chat or super sticker. Very kind of you, sir. Appreciate that. Very kind of you. I will be refreshing a certain film producer's Twitter account throughout the night because there is supposed to be some news dropping tonight. So we'll find out what that news is. I'm sure it's probably just another Ouija movie. I'm sure it's just Ouija 5 or whatever they're up to now. So probably nothing big. We'll find out though. Anyway, joining me tonight, the Daily Ghost. What's going on, Ghost?
Whoa, I'm first.
I brought you on first, man.
That was shocking. How's it going? Good to see you.
It's going good, man. How are you?
Yeah, good. Enjoying the Halloween season. We finally got some Halloweenish weather around here in Washington State. So,
okay.
Yeah, it's nice. Today's been very windy. And if the power goes out, if I just disappear, it's because the power went out. It happens around here a lot.
Or it could be that you've received a visit from the Shape. Let's hope not. Let's hope not.
Well, you never know.
But it's good to see you, Ghost.
You too. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you for joining us tonight. Always a pleasure, sir. Also joining me tonight from Flesh Wound Features, Dan. What's going on, Dan?
What's up, Piz? What's up, Ghost? Good to see you.
What's up?
Good to see you too, man. How are you?
I'm doing well. Just still recovering after Scarefest, and yeah, getting all my Halloween watches in. A lot of Vincent Price and Mario Bava right now.
Have you seen the new release for where is that?
The Bat?
The Bat, yes.
Not yet, but I've heard nothing but great things.
Yes, here it is. It looks tremendous on this release.
Yeah.
Tremendous. Yeah. This is the Film Detective release. Looks absolutely beautiful. Highly recommend it. Yeah, highly recommend it. But good to see you, Dan. I'm still recovering too from Scarefest. It was quite a fun time.
Yeah.
Quite a fun time.
Peanut butter whiskey was going around, and it was rough.
But good to see you, Dan. Thanks for joining me. Always a pleasure. Also joining me tonight from the land down under, Michael. What's going on, Michael?
I'm good, Piz. How are you guys?
Doing good, man. Doing good. I hear it's a little wet down there.
It is a little wet and it is cold, but we'll survive. Mate, we were in lockdown. Victoria was in lockdown for 300 and odd days, so this is nothing, mate.
Yeah, you Aussies are tough. You Aussies are tough. You got this.
But also whingers. We whinge a lot.
There, okay, very good. But good to see you, Michael. Thanks for joining me tonight.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, right on. Also joining me tonight from the Visited by Voices One YouTube channel, Lauren. What's going on, Lauren? Lauren's also rocking the Bat release.
It's easily the best restoration of this time period I've seen. It's if you like Vincent Price, this should absolutely be a purchase anyway because it's one of his absolute best films. But it's funny, Film Detective released this about 4 years ago, and they had restored it then, and I remember it looked really pretty good. But I had a very good DVD copy, so I was like, "No, hold off." So worthwhile holding off because this is as good as a edition of a film can look, especially of that vintage. If you like Vincent Price, you need to buy it.
Yeah.
And I'll say that whiskey wasn't the only thing that was being passed around in peanut butter, but we can't just talk about the rest of that.
Some things we have to keep to ourselves. And
just so you know, Piz, Jason Blum's reveal tonight is simply a Halloween costume.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Just what he's going to be for Halloween this year. That's it.
Yep, that's it. So, no, I'm actually serious.
Oh, there's Jess in the chat. What's up, Jess? Hope you're doing well, buddy. But thank you for joining us tonight, Lauren. Always a pleasure.
Always.
And joining me tonight, Swaggy G. What's going on, Swaggy?
Hey, what's up, Piz? Hello, everyone.
What's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm doing great. How about y'all?
We're doing good, man. We're doing good. Just hanging out. Gonna shoot the bull.
And I have never seen The Bat, so I need to check that out.
Oh, so good.
You should check it out. Yeah, I think it's
Sorry.
Go ahead, Lauren.
Now, you ever want to see Vincent Price level a rifle, a hunting rifle at someone and blow them away on screen? It's there.
Really good movie, and like Lauren was saying, just a tremendous restoration.
Yeah, I love those older horror movies. To see how far we've come, and always think about how, like at the time, that was like the thing to watch. That was the scary movie.
Or how far we've fallen. It also has Agnes Moorehead as the other lead, which is that's like it's horror royalty all around. You can't go wrong.
I did watch the original The Fly, and Vincent Price is like a smaller role in that movie. I thought he was like the headliner, but that's not actually how it was.
Much expanded in the sequel. If you want more Vincent Price, check out the second film.
More Vincent Price is always a good thing. So
pretty accurate adaptation of the novella, though. So, which is something that we could learn from today, I guess.
Absolutely. So, how you guys been? Have seen any good movies lately? Bad movies? Anything?
Well, we watched VHS 99 down in Scarefest, which overall enjoyed it quite a bit. Particularly the Ozzy's Dungeon segment. If you grew up in the 90s, you kind of remember the Hidden Temple,
Double Dare, stuff like that.
Yeah. So that was a nice little nostalgia. A little more comedic, I'd say, than some of the others, but overall, good.
Yeah, definitely a far more comedic turn on the VHS stuff, which was kind of that's not what I was expecting. But I think my favorite segments was that one and the
Buried Alive one.
That one was actually decent too. I was thinking that the kids at the with the computer spying on the hot neighbor.
Oh yes.
Forget what that one was called, but I like that one a lot too.
Yeah, so that was a good time. We watched Decad, an Indian action movie, and there you go. That was Indian John Wick, but probably better.
Well, no, probably about it.
We've got.
If you want to see the hottest woman you could imagine depopulate India, this is the movie for you. It has a ridiculous body count.
High body count.
We've got Christian in the chat. Christian, hop on in if you want, man. We've got somebody's claiming that there's a thread on Reddit in which Lorne states that Halloween Ends is his favorite film franchise. His favorite film in the franchise.
But there's probably an objective way to look at this, right? Because it probably is my favorite film of the last 24 years in the franchise because I haven't seen it yet. So and I know it's probably, I have better feelings about it than everything since H2O. So that might be true.
We've got Lord Brian watching as well. What looking forward to the menu?
Oh, the Ray Fiennes film, and yeah.
Okay, I've not heard of it. That's a brand new one on me.
Anya Taylor-Joy.
Anya Taylor-Joy. It's got a huge cast. Yeah, it looks. John Leguizamo's in it. Kind of like I don't know. It's hard to tell exactly what it is, but kind of like a
murder mystery kind of thing.
No, they arrive at this like high class dining thing that they're doing on an island, and the chefs end up hunting them. So it kind of looks like it
looks more like a Ready or Not meets Most Dangerous Game scenario, but very satirical.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
And who doesn't want to watch her big bug eyes for 2 hours? Because I do.
You mean her large, beautiful eyes?
I do. No, I'm into it. That was not me being mean. But she does kind of look like a praying mantis, but that's sexy for whatever reason.
She has a very interesting look.
Yeah.
And I'm all for it. So we've got Chris in the chat. Dr. CZ Death, what's up, man? How are you doing? Anybody seen anything else good they want to throw out there?
I'd like to say that I really liked, not really liked, but I liked Halloween Ends. I thought it was very entertaining. That's pretty much all I got to say about that.
Okay. All right.
I'm just like everyone else. I am so sick of hearing about it, talking about it. I hope this is the final one because it's enough is enough. But
this will be the final one for about 2 or 3 years, probably.
Yeah, 2 or 3 years until tonight's announcement, right?
The last one in theaters for a little bit longer than that.
But I really enjoyed it. So yeah,
I can thankfully say I've not seen it. So. And I'm not going to say. I don't want to say it. Like I know what happens. It's like how do you stuff it up when he was given like to do 3 in a row, like they knew what they were doing, and to make the third one completely different to the rest of them.
I don't think they did know what they were doing. Is the problem?
No.
There's a lot of shuffling going on for sure.
I think they had to go next door to the fast food restaurant to tell them how to push the record button on the red flare camera to record the film because the first 2 films are a mess. I can imagine the third.
I do. Oh, go for it. Sorry.
No. I was going to say, like 2018 wasn't bad compared to Kills and Ends. It's not a bad movie, but I don't know. Like the memes going around now, like everyone's saying Rob Zombie's movies are good now compared to the last 2. So I don't know. Like it's Halloween.
I won't go that far.
It's a Halloween movie. How do you have a movie without Michael Myers in it? Like it's just dumb. It shouldn't be hard to make.
Well, he's in it. He's just not the center of attention that he was in Kills, and that I think is what's annoyed most people. Is he's kind of I was going to say secondary case, kind of a sort of a third party character, really. So he's just not very integral to what's going on.
Have you seen any of those videos where he's crowd surfing and they're setting it to music now? The end.
No.
Pretty amusing whether you liked it or not. I do have a TV suggestion, which I rarely have, or a streaming suggestion. Guillermo del Toro's Cabinet of Curiosities. I'm about halfway through, and it's pretty damn good. There's a Kuttner adaptation for Graveyard Rats, Michael Shea's The Autopsy, some really good stuff so far.
And Kuttner's been adapted before, but I love the fact that he's still getting love. If you don't know, Henry Kuttner was a weird and horror or early Gothic horror writer from the early part of the century. Not really part of the Lovecraft circle, but definitely being published in the same magazines.
Yeah.
Just I've been there's a couple of Night Shift and Night Gallery episodes that are based on his work, and actually Block loosely adapted one for one of the segments of Asylum.
Yeah.
So Kuttner's one of those guys unsung. We don't talk about people who really laid the foundation nearly enough. It's a great story about tunnels and rats.
It's good, and the effects work, everything, the makeup. Perfect Halloween watch. It's a Netflix original series, and nothing connects or anything. You can jump around if something catches your eye more than the other. I'm really happy to see Michael Shea getting adapted. Every episode so far, and I'm halfway through, has been great. So perfect Halloween watch.
I've heard good things, but I've not seen it yet. What's up, Garrett? How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Garrett.
Dan, have you seen the trailer for the new M. Night Shyamalan film?
The Batista one? Yes. Yeah.
It's an adaptation of Tremblay, but they changed the frickin' title. It's Cabin at the End of the World.
Yeah, I heard that.
Now
later.
it's Knock at the Cabin. Isn't that weird? And they're not putting Tremblay's name anywhere on the materials, but it is straight up an adaptation. Clearly, it's like verbatim.
Yeah.
That trailer looked like the most M. Night Shyamalan movie of all M. Night Shyamalan movies.
What's
funny though?
Fan of the book. So
what's funny though is like the minute you see Batista emerge from the woods, and I was like, was that Batista? Like you just saw like his silhouette, and I was like, is that Batista?
I don't actually like the novel, but he is like perfect casting for that character.
Yeah.
M. Night, he's still making movies.
Hey, at least he's basing it on something that he's not writing entirely himself. That's a good move.
He'll mess it up.
Probably. But again, I didn't really like the novel. Paul Tremblay is a big talent in the genre, though. I mean, it's hard to take anything from him. So I'm glad he's being adapted for theatricals. We need a lot more of that. So
yeah, put his name on it. I mean,
his name is nowhere on it, and they say changed the title to something that works a lot less well.
Yeah, I mean, you want to create the next Stephen King. I mean, he's not my first choice. I like his work, but throw somebody's name on it. Like, create a new marketable. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah. It is weird.
There was a request in the chat a little while ago. I forgot about it. I believe it was. Goodness gracious, Alex Bacon was wanting to know if we have any 4K player recommendations for him.
I've got the Panasonic UB 820, and I reckon that's probably the best one to get.
Okay.
At this point, get something soon. Let's put it that way. Just get something soon. There's not many manufacturers. A lot of the older models are being discontinued. It's never cracked more than 15% of the market. You know, it is a great format. It's really stable imaging and it's wonderful, but I think don't wait long. I think you might miss out on an opportunity if you wait long, because you're just going to start to see only low end players on the market very soon.
Yeah, I don't think you could go wrong with a Samsung or an LG. I don't think you can go wrong with any really brand name 4K player, to be honest. So I mean, find one that's in your price range.
The biggest thing I'd say is make sure your sound system is aligned to the player you buy. That's where you should be spending your time. If you can't really handle Atmos, then don't try and handle Atmos, because all you'll do is lose the dialogue. And we've all had that experience over someone's house where the music's so loud it's drowning out the dialogue. It's not the disc's fault. It is that you bought the wrong player for your sound system.
Yeah. There you go. We've got the White Trash Jedi joining us tonight. We've got Loki Vision Films. Hope you're doing well. Thank you, Art, for the $1.99. Do you think they will try to make another Halloween? Yes. Yes. Just give them time. Give them time.
that second week drop off is going to
Pretty
give
steep.
them pause about how they do it.
Yeah, that was pretty steep.
80% drop off.
But it doesn't matter. Like they could release, like if they released Halloween 4 now, because Halloween Ends was so bad, you would say Halloween 4 is great compared to Ends. So no matter what they release next, as long as it's half decent, it's going to be better than what Ends is.
The mainstream audience only has an appetite for a Halloween film about every 10 years. That's what it comes down to. Because if you look at every 10 years, you have a huge hit in the franchise and then diminishing returns until that 10-year anniversary comes around again. I think they just need to slow down on these things, period.
I wish that was the same with Marvel movies.
Well, yeah. Yeah. And that I think it is happening with Marvel films on to a degree.
I think it is a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, but they obviously have a lot further to fall when you're talking about films that make $1 billion at the box office versus, Halloween Ends is going to be lucky to hit 70 domestic. So,
but I mean, look at movies like Barbarian and Smile and Terrifier 2, they've totally outshone a Halloween movie.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, who would have thought? I mean, everybody probably went into this year going, "Oh, this is the year of Michael Myers." No, it's really not. It's not at all. I mean,
I don't think that's really a knock on Halloween, though, is it?
It's just you would figure the Halloween movie would be the biggest horror movie of the year, but it's not.
But Piers, we knew what was going on like 6 months ago with this movie. What was coming out, like the rumors and that. So
still, I mean, the thing about it is the thing that really hurt it isn't the leaks or anything, because people were going to go see it regardless. I think what hurt it was bad word of mouth. That's part of the reason for that 80% dip week 2, which I mean, you knew it was going to take a huge dip, but 80% is off the mountain. And going day and date hurt it. I mean, I'm sure it boosted Peacock's subscriptions for at least a month, but is it going to make up for that 80% drop off in week 2? Probably not.
It went day and date because they knew how bad it was. That's the thing. If it was a good movie, it wouldn't have gone day and date.
See, I see it the completely opposite way. To me, it's like, wow, it made this much money on the 13th film. To me, that's insane. Like, I don't know.
I mean, I do feel like what hurt it. I haven't seen it yet. I'm actually reading the novelization.
Awesome.
I'm actually trying to read it first and then watch the movie.
Novel's probably better.
Might make more sense, yeah.
I do feel though, you have to forgive me. Is it Lauren? You said like they basically. I almost kind of feel like it's Star Wars in a way. They hit it so quickly after like the Halloween was really good, and then Kills came out, and that kind of brought it down, and then Ends even brought it down further, and you're just kind of over it. But you would think with the hype that it had after the original, it would be a little bit better.
I think it's just a matter of, we don't necessarily need to be inundated with any one thing. I think no matter, even if this had been a great film, which maybe it is. I mean, listen, a lot of people told me that my opinion is going to be that this is the best of the trilogy. I just have no interest in actually watching the movie at this point. But the truth is, we've gotten 2 Halloween films in the last, 4 years? Is that right?
Yeah.
Was it 2018 when the
18? Yeah. So, I mean,
the delays, yeah.
Just in reality, do we really need that much of anything? Like, I think the Mission Impossible films come out at probably exactly the pace you can release these things and still have them be events. Any faster and they lose being events, and any slower and you lose the audience to something else. Maybe the John Wick films might have it. That's every other year, something like that. But I think every year is just too much. And we just saw one of these last year. I think the average person is looking, they saw Barbarian come out. The trailer was somewhat evocative. It definitely didn't look like something they'd seen before. Have my issues with the movie, but Pearl comes out. If you liked X, you were down already. And if you didn't and you liked more of an indie aesthetic, you were down for it. I think there was just a lot of competition and it looked like the same shit. And what we call, this one took a big swing, people are saying, did it really? Did it really? I mean, for the franchise, maybe, Although there's a bigger swing in the franchise, there's two bigger swings in the franchise than this easily, but it's still the same shit. Let's be honest. And if you love that shit, awesome for you. But if you want it to, the mainstream, the average film goer, they just had this last year. They were down for something else.
In the 80s, we got Nightmare on Elm Street every year, Friday the 13th every year, and it wasn't really a problem.
Yeah, we did, but the difference there is we didn't have a million streaming choices on demand, and we didn't have video stores that had absolutely every title available in the genre. I mean, people can get their fill of horror pretty easily. It was a little bit tougher then. I grew up at a time when VCRs weren't in every house. So you had to wait for television showings. Believe me, you loved absolute crap simply because you felt accomplished by able to find some of these titles broadcast on television. And looking back, you go, wow, that was some misplaced trust there when you realize that something like, The Dark from 1972 is not actually a good film. Because it's not. There's a reason you can watch it on Tubi whenever you want. But
that's kind of how I feel with the Halloween films. Like, even these, like, I completely understand why people hate them. That doesn't really bother me. I just think the bar is so high, and I don't understand why the bar is so high for a slasher movie. And that's why I liked Kills so much, because first one was kind of like, I don't know, kind of origin-y in a way, but, it was like a setup thing. But I just wanted to see people getting killed left and right. That's all I wanted, and that's exactly why I got, or exactly what I got, and I loved it for it. And that's my bar. I just don't understand why the bar is so high for these, especially for the 11th, 12th, and 13th film. It's strange to me.
Well, if it was Halloween 6 that we got, there wouldn't be the hype. I don't think it would, or there'd be less hype. There's more hype because there's Jamie Lee involved, and there's big money there, and there's established director involved, and there's just there's a big marketing campaign behind it. So yeah, there's hype. No Paul Rudd. No, that's definitely a downer. No Paul Rudd. But
one thing I was like, I read like 20 pages into it, and there was a fake jump scare with a cat.
Nice.
Really? I've never had a cat scare me in my life.
It's nice that they threw the cat jump scare into the novelization. That really
it's going to be effective.
Yeah.
Whenever an adverb is meant to scare you, you're in trouble. Suddenly.
Yeah. Yeah. Or maybe it's just like there's just like a couple of blank lines and then boom. What's going on, Jonathan?
What up, y'all?
How you doing, man?
Y'all talking about Halloween Ends?
No.
That's what it sounded like.
I think we're trying to. It's like a therapy session. We're trying to, it's like, hi, my name's Pizzal. I watched Halloween Ends.
I didn't. I'm recovered.
That shit was good. And anybody complaining about it? What the fuck would you have done?
Look, I liked it too. I liked it too. Look, I liked it too.
I liked it.
So,
and now it's time to put it to bed for a while.
Yeah,
and we'll revisit at a later date.
Yes. If we want to talk about a Halloween movie, let's talk about Halloween 6.
No, let's really
the Thorn cult needs to come back. I want more Thorn.
I'm fine with a Thorn like fuck it, give me it. Like, give me the Thorn trilogy.
But only if Paul Rudd is back as Tommy Doyle.
Even better.
You won't get Paul Rudd. Not a chance.
No.
Well, that Ant-Man movie underperformed. You never know.
Paul be knocking at the door.
Yeah.
So, Piz, you're saying Anthony Michael Hall isn't a good Paul Rudd?
Anthony Michael Hall, not a good Anthony Michael Hall.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
And he
had a shtick, and he grew out of it. I think was the point. Was the problem there? He was a really good nerdy teenager, and then he became a man, and everybody's like, "Well, that's not interesting, now is it?"
What did? Hold on, let me find this. Killer Pizza asked us what our thoughts were on. Shit, I've lost his question. What was that 101 scariest horror movies of all time list? What was that on?
List?
Yeah, the Shudder list. What was number one? Does anybody know?
It was scenes, wasn't it? Or was it? Did they do movies?
It was
They
Scariest
started to
Movie
do
Moments. It's the one they pulled off
Moments,
of, like,
yeah.
they redid the one from Bravo or some shit.
Okay.
They
That's
started
that's
to
the
do
way I
scenes.
took it.
Okay. What was the scariest?
I have not watched it.
Yeah, I have not seen it either.
I don't
I
know
watched the Bravo one.
Oh, apparently it was Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Several people are saying.
I mean, I can see that.
In that case, I endorse it. They're right on. They're right on.
It's a Texas Chainsaw Massacre is obviously a masterpiece, and I'm a huge Toby Hooper fan, but it's not the scariest movie ever made.
Lauren,
That's why they're called opinions, Lauren.
you told me in private that you wet your pants the first time you saw that.
You paid me to say that. You had the script, and then you had to excuse yourself to the bathroom. So I don't know what was going on.
When Leatherface first appeared, you said you screamed.
No, I had my first experience with the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre was a great experience. I was not supposed to watch the film. My sister snuck a video store copy home, and we watched it. And that when our parents were away, and I have nothing but great things to say about Texas Chainsaw Massacre. But if you want, but it didn't scare me in the way that other films have scared me. No, sorry.
It's kind of hard to pick scariest of all time. I mean, Hellraiser scared the hell out of me when I was.
What is anything
little,
legitimately
but-
scared you though in the past 20 years?
20 years? No.
Yeah, that's what
I
I'm
was
saying.
gonna say, yeah, you
like-
got to go back to as a kid.
Yeah, like I just don't get that. I don't know, man.
I don't
There's
know.
shit that's-
Draw you in. And more
I
than-
think if you
yeah,
hadn't
yeah.
seen the original Exorcist, I think as an adult it could still get you there. I'm wearing a T-shirt of Haunting of Julia, which I think is the scariest film of all time. Not that you can find it legitimately anywhere, but whatever. I think even Blair Witch Project, in many ways,
oh yeah,
had a real reaction in a lot of people.
That's true.
It has
That's
to be
the-
in that conversation.
that's the appeal to found footage for me. Is it kind of does a little work for you in your suspension of disbelief to get you there. I think that's why I like found footage so much.
But I would also say it's somewhat generational because I think
True.
that there's definitely an audience that Texas Chainsaw Massacre is not going to play as strongly as it played for those of a certain age.
Hmm.
And that's just how it is. We can't really do much about that. I could watch those Silent Hill or Resident Evil movies and to me those are cartoons.
Yeah,
But there's an audience that absolutely responds to that as if they're terrifying. I don't get it, but that's what they grew up. That's the visual language they grew up with. So
I think the most scared I was of anything was obviously when I was a kid. Is it the It miniseries? Like that really did a number on me when I was a kid.
Oh yeah.
Especially because it was so readily available on cable. Like for some reason, Lifetime played the crap out of that on Halloween every year.
What has anybody seen that new It documentary?
No, I've wanted to though.
No.
I have it. I just
Nah, I'm
haven't
good.
gotten to it. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, as far as like truly scared me, that's pretty rare, but I'd say, Hereditary, some of the better A24 stuff recently certainly drew me in, made me feel something.
yeah.
Maybe.
I rewatched
Better.
Hereditary last night, by the way.
Oh, you don't. This is gonna be bad.
Hang on.
Don't
hang
even
on.
talk.
Hang on. No, you're gonna like it. Okay. I think I was too high the first time I watched it because I didn't pick up on a lot of it. So I was very, very just like, this movie sucks. But at watching it sober, I was able to pick up on a little more. I have a little more respect for it now.
The sequence where he's laying in bed and just is reacting to like his mom going to the car, it doesn't get any better than that. I mean, that is just amazing.
I would argue that if that movie had been spoiled for you in the scene I'm talking about, that it would completely destroy that movie and any impact that it had.
I think
What's-
beginning
I don't
to
think so.
end. Yeah.
What's
Because
the
that I
movie
think
talking
that
about?
sets. Well, I mean, how old's the movie now? 5 years old. Well, her head goes flying off.
Oh,
She hits
the piano
pole.
wire. I thought you
No,
were
no,
talking-
not the piano wire.
Telephone pole.
Telephone pole. Yeah, like that. That sets a tone that doesn't really let up.
Well, so the horror genre is not one thing. So we talk about what's the scariest movie of all time. I would argue that that's not even important because there's horror films that do a lot of different things. gallows humor is a big part of the horror genre. It does so. Those films don't try and be scary. Something like Army of Darkness has no intention to scare you, but it's still firmly part of the horror genre. So scary is not the only thing that matters. Hereditary is interesting because grief is the overriding emotion of that film. And that is something we're seeing more and more actually in the genre. What I call misery porn, which I love. Films like Relic and like Midsummer and most of the 24, Saint Maud is a masterpiece of both regret and just sorrow. And I think that's kind of the future for the genre, to be honest with you, because I don't think we're scaring people that easily anymore.
No, you're going to make people deal with emotions they don't want to.
Right.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Babadook did a good job with that too.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, if you watch that movie, and as I think a lot of people went into that, is this was supposed to be just a straight up horror movie and not like the regret of a parent of becoming a parent. It plays different.
I'd say this year Men was that movie that really had the emotional range that people weren't anticipating, and some people just tuned completely out because of it. When it wasn't just the scary man in the garden movie, they just tuned out, and that's a little bit sad because again, I don't think we can just do guys in masks with knives forever. I think you're fooling yourselves in the same way that
there's a place for it. It's a big genre.
Sure, but for 25 years, the classic Universal monsters and Paramount monsters of that era, they thought that was going to go forever too, and that would always be relevant. Do not fool yourself that what we grew up with is going to appeal to generation after generations after us.
No, it will not.
Yeah.
It won't. So
The Dark and the Wicked.
Reboots.
Dark and the Wicked is so good.
Yeah.
The Dark and the Wicked really
the Empty Man
was chilling to me. I thought that was like, if you were really going to be like, I don't know, tormented by some evil force, that's how they'd really do it. They wouldn't like, slam the door shut behind you or like, rearrange your kitchen furniture.
You thought you saw spiders everywhere, didn't you?
Like they'd really come at you psychologically and really just tear you apart psychologically.
It wouldn't be a woman being directed by Jason Blum jumping out of a corner going boo, that in the next scene we pretend it didn't happen.
Yeah.
The pandemic era has been, and post-pandemic era has just been filled with great horror movies. Resurrection with Rebecca Hall. Another one, if you liked Men, I actually like Resurrection more. There's just so much.
I have not seen Men. I've not done anything with it. What is the...
You've done things with Men. Don't start.
Specifically this past weekend.
Yeah. I footage that didn't make the net.
It's true.
This was the only one that got to hop up in bed with Jay the Stingray.
You were saying something about Men?
Yeah, what is the can somebody break me down a synopsis on it? I've seen nothing on it. I know it was big, but
nope.
Worth watching.
I mean, Men could be like a meditation on grief and guilt and post-traumatic stuff.
Might take you a couple watches. Like, there's a lot going on.
I did see Barbarian today, though. Or yesterday.
Oh.
There's less going on in Barbarian.
Very fun movie, though.
Oh, yeah.
Super fun movie.
Oh, yeah. Really fun movie. Yeah.
I love the first act of it, and then it started getting worse for me, and by the end it kind of fell apart. But I love the beginning of that film. Like, I thought we were looking at a modern masterpiece, and then not.
My favorite part in the whole thing is, like, when Justin Long finds this giant corridor in the house that he owns, he's just like, hell yeah, square footage. How much?
Square footage.
Because that's like a very that's something I may accidentally do. What?
Yeah,
all that room back there, about to make some money.
Or like he finds that one room and he's like, oh, extra bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just ignores the camera and the mattress.
It was perfect for his character. And like I could see me being like that a little bit. Like if there's not something freaky down there, this is gonna add to the value of the home for sure. This is
like he gets down there and goes, man cave.
Yeah.
You can fit a lot of Blu-rays in here.
You can fit a lot of Blu-rays down there. Yeah.
That It documentary, what you're saying, is it made by the same guys that made the Friday 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street documentary?
No, they did the Fright Night documentary.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's not 12 hours long, so I don't think it was those guys.
Okay.
No, they're not those guys for sure.
Thank you, Bryce. Appreciate that, man.
Which that Crystal Lake Memory Set and Never Sleep Again kind of ruined the special feature market for those two film franchises. Because what can you give me that I don't know?
Yeah,
pretty much at this point.
I mean, you pretty much have to like find never before seen footage at this point.
Yeah, like they did with part 2.
Yeah.
You know, reintegrate that in. Like that's the only thing that's really. You gonna ask Kane Hodder what it was like playing Jason for the 12 millionth time?
Yeah.
Well, basically, I wanted to breathe hard.
You see, if you move your head first,
I'm sure Robert's got plenty of stank everywhere.
We've had a number of people in the chat ask us about Terrifier 2. Dan, Lauren, I know you've seen Terrifier 2. Swaggy, yes. Michael, Jonathan?
No, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, me and Chris went and saw it in theaters, but I liked it, man. It's Terrifier. Cool. It's cool. Terrifier. It's over. It's not like some award-winning picture. It's as much gore as you can get on screen in fucking 2 hours is what it is.
Way more than the first one.
I didn't feel that at all. I was so underwhelmed. Everyone was talking about how violent and gross it was, and I didn't see that.
It had some cool kills, man. Like when he covers the shit in salt. Come on. Sure. Man. That was brutal.
I'm sorry. It's like you guys have never seen a Saw movie or either the Hostel films, though.
It's no. It's the attitude with which it's portrayed.
Right. It's like it's Saw and Hostel. That's fine. That's fine. But what I was told, people are throwing up, people are passing out. They're
you were told that by the media. My ass didn't throw up.
Well,
I read that headline too.
But I'm going to tell you, this movie is nowhere near that reputation.
No, it's not. But it's fun. Like the kills are so.
It was fine. I will tell you, I was bored for a lot of it, though. That's just reality.
That's fair. That movie was way too long. That needed to be cut down to at least.
I liked all
minutes.
the supernatural elements in the movie a lot, and I wish they'd done something with it. I liked the very end, the post credits. The whole post credit sequence was better than the film that preceded it. Well, I don't care about that. I just thought it finally kind of let loose and went all the way into like just a place I'd never seen something. The rest of the film felt very familiar to me, like very familiar to me.
And that is gonna be the story for Terrifier. Terrifier 3 is gonna be Terrifier 1 and 2 with
well, and people. I didn't really like the first Terrifier. I didn't dislike it. It was just whatever. And I kind of feel the same exact way about the second film now. I will say though, you know, if you're gonna have your film take place in a haunted attraction at the end with a real killer, wow, it just made me want to watch a much better film that came out recently.
Let's say hi to Chris. What's up, Chris? How you doing, man?
Hey, Chris.
What's up, Chris?
What's going on, man?
What's up?
You're looking a little bony there. You haven't been eating McDonald's?
It's close to Halloween, dude.
He got the buckets already.
He did get the buckets. My kid got a pumpkin in town today, by the way.
I've 2 down, 1 to go.
I got a goblin. I'm the same way.
Yeah, I went hard. I was on a mission to get them all as soon as I could, and I got them in like 4 days.
Mm. we were there.
And you had to buy 3 of each.
Very cool. I've got it. See, I've always called it the witch, but somebody was like, no, it's the McGoblin. And then I saw a photo and it's got McGoblin on it, but it's still.
I think that's some political shit.
Yeah,
like I don't want to insult Wiccans or something.
That's got to be it.
Yeah, you don't want the Wiccan community to come out and be like, we do not have green skin.
They will.
Y'all bitches playing pretend in the forest. I mean, what do you want me to do?
I've never heard the Wiccans really go against that before, but you know, McDonald's is covering their bases. They don't want any,
get ahead of it.
Do you get to choose what hamburger you want with it, or is it just a set?
No, you can choose a plain hamburger, a cheeseburger, a McNugget, like 6-piece McNugget. And at mine, they were like, "Do you want a McDouble?" And I was like, "Sure." So
yeah, they didn't offer me that, man. I didn't know that was the deal.
Yeah. So
I had to choose though. I had to go with a Big Mac, but
you get those in the adult Happy Meals.
You could get those in the adult Happy Meals when they had the adult Happy Meals with the boxes and stuff. You could get those.
Way overpriced. It was like a $12 meal.
Insanely overpriced. Yes, for that freaking box and that cheap ass 4-eyed toy.
Like they screwed the toy up.
Yeah, they don't know
inflation.
the demographic.
Well, Jeremy has 3 of those things. He took them all. He took his. He took mine. He took my girlfriend's. He was like, "They're just mine. I'm leaving with them. Peace."
He planned ahead, man. He's got.
Jeremy was like, "What do y'all plan on doing with them? Because I got plans."
Yeah, exactly. He was like, "These are mine."
If you can come up with a better thing that you're gonna do with it, you can have it. But until then, we got Hamburglers. I got one for me and my wife, and I was like, "That's the last time I'm buying them."
Yeah, we got the grimaces. So.
My kid took a picture with a giant grimace today at her trick or treat thing that they did in town. I think he's a taste bud.
Piz, the thing you done with the Halloween candy eating with Jeremy was so good.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Jeremy's
funny. I'm surprised he ate the Twinkie the way he did. Because I mean, he took a big bite out. He ate about half of it, and then he was like, "Don't want any more." But now the cupcake, that was the big one. Was the cupcake?
Yeah, those little baby bites he was taking, man.
I think there was a clear winner though with the Nerds cotton, with the Nerds candy corn. I love that he was like stone faced the whole time you were talking about the fact that he had broke in and ate it. And he's just like, prove it.
Exactly. Yeah. Prove it. Yeah. Because I told him that because he gets up way earlier than I do. And I said, "Yeah, we're going to save these for our video, Bubba. Okay. And then the next morning, the bag's ripped open. Half of them's gone. The Kit Kats are practically gone. It's like, okay. All right.
Let me tell you something, though. Jeremy is convention ready. Like, that dude could have had a meet and greet table all on his own. And, I mean, he was professional with it. He made sure everyone got their hand shaken. He didn't want to leave anyone disappointed.
Yeah. He's like a politician. He knows shake hands, shake everybody's hand, look him in the eye. Yeah. He knows what's up.
And he has a better vocabulary than people running for Senate from Pennsylvania anyway.
I think that's probably true.
He knew. It was funny when he was like looking at all our shirts. You'd think you'd asked him like who had the best shirt. Must not be a Demons fan, or he hadn't seen it, because he looked at mine, went right to Jess.
Dan's trying to figure this out. I think it's bothered him since that he didn't win the shirt competition.
I know. Well, Demons. I mean, you got to show him Demons.
I will say, Dan, you went the hardest with the t-shirts, buddy. Like,
I didn't buy any t-shirts.
I'm saying like with the t-shirts you were wearing. Like, I'm pretty sure that's why we got. I'm pretty sure your t-shirt may be why I wasn't allowed to sit where we were.
Oh, the blood-sucking freaks.
Yeah, the blood-sucking freaks t-shirt may have gotten us moved.
Oh, you're talking the restaurant where you get they.
Oh wow! So there was some. Go ahead.
The old couple, not old couple. There's like a they were old.
Yeah, they were old.
They were old. A bunch of old people sitting beside us got freaked out at us and wanted us to move. So they asked management.
Wow.
To ask us to move. Yeah.
But if you saw us, to be fair, we were looking pretty rough.
I am delightful.
We all should have just made eye contact, like direct eye contact.
But like, we know who the sacrifice is later now.
The whole meal.
Yeah, I should have just stared him down the whole meal, just like looking at him.
I did try to make eye contact with Papaw, but he didn't want none. He didn't want no smoke.
Man, can't take you guys anywhere. Jeez. But Terrifier 2, I liked it a lot. I wasn't a big fan of the first one, but I thought Terrifier 2 was just super fun. And like I said in my review, when it comes to like gore and brutality, it's all about the tone. Like the tone of this movie was just fun. So I'm like egging Art on, like, cut her some more. Pour some salt in it, Art. Yeah. Put some rubbing alcohol in there. There you go.
Exactly.
It's like I'm having fun. I'm like killing this woman along with Art, That's why I don't like the Saw movies. And I don't like it's
too mean spirited.
It's too dark, it's too dour, it's too like I'm watching, like I'm in a bathroom with somebody watching them cut their own.
If you want to watch realistic gore, go watch the August Underground trilogy, because that's mean spirited and decent effects and looks like crap because it was shot on a handheld camera, like exactly how it should.
Yeah.
But if you're in it for just brutality, like go watch something like that. It's not fun.
What is that?
August Underground.
It's rough.
It's rough.
Lots of bodily fluids, and
the sad part is, I've always said, was it Fred Vogel? Is that who?
Fred Vogel, yeah.
That dude,
nice guy.
That dude has the ability to make probably the best found footage movie ever. Instead, he made August Underground.
Let's give a shout out to Laundry Art. Today is Laundry Art's birthday. Happy birthday, Laundry Art.
Yeah, happy
Hope
birthday.
you're doing well. Right on. Oh, here's a good question from Killer Pizza. Favorite candy?
That's a tough question.
That is a tough question.
See, I'd almost pick one from like a chocolatey side and then like a fruity candy side. So I'd go like Kit Kat and Skittles.
I mean, it's
Jack Daniels a candy?
It's kind of like seasonal, isn't it? Like,
let's say Halloween candy just to narrow it down.
There you go. Well, you get that during Halloween.
The Reese's cups are really good.
Mm-hmm.
Pumpkins.
The pumpkins are probably king, right?
Oh, yeah, so good.
I mean, they're pretty good.
yeah.
I just hate the generic peanut butter cups that you get in the red and the orange and black packaging. You know what I'm talking about?
See, we've talked about this before. I like those. The peanut butter kisses. Those are classic, man.
I don't mind those. They're okay. I don't mind them.
I think it's
a popcorn ball though. Sorry.
I think as far as newer candy goes, Take Fives are hard to beat. And I'm going to say whatchamacallit is like one of the more underrated candy bars. I like those.
Yeah, those
but Take Five, man, those are hard to beat.
Also, dots are super Halloween for me. I have to have dots.
I like dots, man.
Yeah.
They get caught in your teeth, though. That's the only thing.
That's the only reason I don't eat them now.
Yeah.
But when I was a kid, I wouldn't pay my dentist bills.
Yeah. I mean, same thing with like Milk Duds. Old school, they're good, but they get caught in your teeth, man.
They do. I like dots too, but yes, they do get caught in your teeth, and it's just a mess. It's a mess.
Peanut butter M&Ms.
It's a good.
They made a spicy chili M&M for a while. Like it was a peanut that had like hot chili powder on top of it inside the M&M. That was so good.
I got Chris into Sponge.
You got everybody into Sponge.
Yes.
Bro.
Yes. Sponge is the new favorite in the house.
Sponge is legit, man.
Every Walmart, I think every Walmart has them, so it's funny that it's not.
Do they have other flavors besides like that raspberry?
Well, the one we got is strawberry. So
is it strawberry?
Strawberry, yeah.
But for anybody who doesn't know, it's like a butter cookie or a graham cracker, and it's got like dollops of marshmallow with coconut and then like jelly in the middle, and it's so good, man.
I tore it up.
Yeah,
I've never heard of those.
Pretty quickly after I got home, I went and bought a box. We're gonna get them in the house.
If you go to like the Mexican food section of your Walmart, or like sometimes they're like back on a stand in the deli with like, you know, Hostess type stuff. Yeah, really good.
Did you get those in Lexington, or did you bring it from home?
Oh, I brought it from home, but they had any Walmart should have them.
Liquor Barn didn't have it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
If Liquor Barn
had
got
truffle
it,
mac and cheese. So
yeah. I want a video on that, Chris.
Stream sounds like a good stream. We'll chill while I eat mac and cheese.
Somebody mentioned whatchamacallits. I've not had a whatchamacallit in a while, but I remember them being pretty good.
They are. Yeah.
What about Charleston Chews? Anybody else love Charleston Chews?
No.
I like me some Charleston Chews.
Really?
What about Zero Bars?
Zero bars, yes.
Oh my God,
Zero Bars. That was my go-to when I was
the most underrated candy bar. Period.
I never see them anymore. Do they still make them?
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh yeah.
Where I used to work, they'd put them in the vending machine. That was a bad idea, dude.
What about Caramello?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's old school.
Those are good. Yeah.
But Cowtails.
Oh God, I love Cowtails.
I do too. Potato candy.
Yeah.
And also Milky Way Midnight.
Yes,
The dark
Those
chocolate,
are really good. Yeah,
Milky Way. Dark chocolate
There-
variant of anything's pretty good, actually.
yeah.
There's Cowtail candy apple Cowtail. You ever had any of those?
No.
Those are
Nope.
so good.
I want them now though.
Yeah, they too.
So good, man.
I'm getting
So
fatter
good.
just sitting here, man.
What's going on, Jack? How you doing, man?
I'm good, dude. I had to go find a damn card that would go through so I could, get the links and stuff, man. Like, being a filmmaker isn't as glorious as, we fall on hard times as well.
I don't believe it.
Yeah.
I don't believe but let's see what. We were talking about like Hulu original movies and just original streaming stuff. Let me recommend a movie for you guys. It's a Tubi original. It's the Terror Train remake.
No.
Yo, I
Man,
watched that
look-
shit.
let me
I haven't
tell you
watched
something.
it yet. Is it
Oscar
bad?
worthy. It's Oscar worthy, man.
Hold
Let me tell you.
on. Is this like a? Like, is it really bad or is it just like?
Dude, the
Look,
original
when
Terror
Jamie-
Train should not be
the
held
same-
hard anyway.
When Jamie Lee Curtis shows up in the end as the killer, it was just like the most Oscar worthy moment ever. It made up for Halloween Ends.
Because hey, look, I was excited.
Halloween
for
Ends
that.
was fine.
It was
excited
amazing.
for the
That
Terror
was
Train remake. and
great cinema.
I haven't gotten to it yet, and I've heard a lot of people dissing it.
It's the same movie. They switch holidays, and there's a twist that's different that you'll see coming.
I'm
going
going
to
to say one last thing
I
on
called
Halloween
it.
Ends,
But
and
is
then
it
I'll-
fun?
and I'll leave it alone
Yeah.
forever. But here's my last word on this. When everybody is in love with Halloween Ends in 10 years,
Boom.
the same shit
Boom.
that happened with Halloween 3, dude, I'm going to fucking remember it.
It's
I'm gonna
no
remember.
Halloween 3, Jonathan.
Okay, wait,
Not
no,
gonna
it's
happen.
not-
stop.
going to
This
be
is a
that
pet
bad.
peeve of
No
mine.
way.
It
This
is.
is a huge pet peeve of mine. The myth that everyone hated Halloween 3 was never fucking true.
It was on the internet.
It
Oh
Yes.
no, it wasn't
Swear
real
to
life,
God.
bro.
And
I
real life
lived
everywhere.
I agree.
I lived
How
that.
could anything with that
Okay, so I mean,
artwork
I
be bad?
lived through the actual release, and while the film did not do well at the box office, it always was respected way more. People act like it was like some hated film. That was
No, Halloween 3
That was
got its
never
love
the
within
case.
the last decade.
Dude, my
I
entire
agree.
life, I met one person who liked
Who liked
Halloween
Halloween
before I
3.
got
I
on the
don't know what to
internet.
tell you.
Wait, hold
And
on.
every other person immediately would just go, "Oh, that one sucked. It didn't have Michael."
Doesn't have Michael Myers.
Yeah.
There's
My
still
entire
a
life.
smattering of normies out there who hate that movie with a passion.
I was
I
joking
really
about
don't know what
Terror
to tell you.
Train. I was joking about Terror Train. By the way, that movie is unbelievably bad. You can just avoid it at all costs.
It's
So
kind
there's-
of like a why make it, because it's shot for shot pretty much until
It
the
is.
last 10, 15 roughly. And it rips off another popular horror film. You know what the twist is. There is just no reason to watch it. Just watch Terror Train, which isn't holy ground, by the way. But
No, it's
you know.
not. But,
Yeah.
What about the other remake, Train? Was that any good?
That delivers on the extreme gore. It's not really a remake, but it started out as one, so some people list it. Yeah, the Thora Birch one, it's worth a watch if you want a bloodbath. There is an unrated cut of that, I believe, overseas. But yeah, it brings the gore. Nothing else.
Everybody wants
Halloween.
You know,
Halloween Ends is cinema gold, and if you don't like it, it's because you wanted something different, but it's not the way you wanted it, and because they
Bingo.
did it their way, everybody's all mad.
there you go.
Oh, so you love Alien 3, right?
You know what? I'll circle back.
I thought so.
I don't hate Alien 3, Lauren.
Hold on. Last question about the Terror Train remake, because you're
Sure.
saying is there any fun kills or anything in it?
No.
It's all off screen.
Guys, stop looking for the bright side of trash.
There's no
There's
bright
great
side to it,
films
Kristen,
out
sorry.
there.
we
This was a
live on.
great year for movies if you look a little bit deeper.
Well,
Don't
that's
go for trash and just go, well, was there something fun? Because it's not worth it.
well, no,
There's
that's
great films out there.
but that's to me stuff like that is great, and I'll seek it out. There's nothing wrong. with it.
I couldn't come up
I love
with
cheesy slasher movies.
it's
Chris
not
does like
though.
garbage too. Like
Yeah, I end up turning it off within the first 10 minutes. Whenever the kid started like twirling around the bed in the very beginning, I was like, "This isn't even believable."
Yeah, it's
like the Psycho remake.
That I didn't get that. Like, if you are a fan of whodunit mysteries, like I've seen all the above and below, unfortunately, you'll know what's going on. Like maybe halfway, because in this one, I will say I don't think they use a stunt double because you can see. If you pay attention to the way people are shaped, you'll know who or what is going on.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah. Chris, I don't see you getting anything out of Terror Train. I really don't.
That's disappointing because I was really excited about
it. Watch the opening and then skip to the last 15 minutes. There you go.
I mean, I have a feeling you're going to watch it anyway. If you lower your expectations to just rock bottom.
I mean, if it's a shot for shot and there's off-screen kills, I probably won't.
No, they're all on screen. They're on screen. It's just like I do found footage and I can make a better kill than that. Just saying.
Yeah. You get stabbed in the stomach. That's about it.
Yeah, it wasn't much. It wasn't much to write home about. That's for sure. It wasn't much. Oh goodness. There was a great question here earlier that seemed to fit into the season perfectly. I don't remember who asked it, but they wanted to know what horror movie got us into the genre.
Oh man!
So let me start with Ghost. Do you remember what was the horror movie that got you? And I can tell you're prepared. What was the horror movie that got you into horror?
That's a really good question. I don't know if this was it, but I could at least say I think one of the earliest memories I have of seeing a horror movie was the original Poltergeist when it was on television. Because when I was younger, we didn't have a VCR. I don't even think until 86 or 87. So, and at that age, of course, I'm not going to see horror movies. So yeah, that's kind of what I remember. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's the one that really got me into it. Because I love the original.
Yeah, that was probably a lot of people's gateway into horror because it was like I think a lot of people's parents probably let them watch that.
It's
thinking,
a good first horror movie, man.
Yeah,
really.
Yeah.
Somebody asked that earlier too about a good first one. That'd be a great one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, especially at that age, it's a good entry point.
Oh yeah, yeah. And then you get to like the tree or like that scary clown doll and
or like that clown doll's still scary, man.
Yeah, or like the part where the guy rips his face off, and then like the parents are like, "Oh my god, what is this? I thought Steven Spielberg made this."
Rated PG.
Who's this Toby Hooper maniac? Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Toby.
I'll never watch another Steven Spielberg produced film.
Who is this Tob Hopper?
To be Hopper. To be.
Oh Jesus. Swaggy, do you remember what the movie was that got you into horror?
I tell you, I don't remember the movie, but the movie that stands out to me the most. I mean, I had that same experience with y'all as far as going and renting a movie at the at the your local tape rental place. Mm-hmm. But Pet Sematary, the original, is the one that really stands out to me. Mm. And I'm kind of like y'all. We didn't have cable. So I was over at like a neighbor's house, and I just remember being terrified of that little boy whenever he cuts the Achilles heel. That's just kind of what stands out to me. I mean, but I would just say, I don't know. It's tough what movie actually got me interested in it, but that's just one that stands out to me is seeing it so young.
Yeah, that's another one that was probably a lot of people's gateway.
Was that like early 90s?
I think that was those late 80s.
Late 80s. Yeah, late 80s. Because the sequel came out, I think, in like 91, 92, around the same time.
Was that like Terminator 2, right?
Yeah, it was right at
long.
Yeah.
It may have been 90, actually. Nah, who cares?
Well, we all have the internet. Let me Google it real quick. I mean,
Well, if it was 90, I was That I would be 8 then. whatever.
89.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty
89.
sure Pet Cemetery 2 was Edward Furlong's follow. Was it Pet Cemetery 2 or was it Brain Scan? Was his follow up to T2?
Oh,
I think it might have been Pet Cemetery 2.
Pet Cemetery.
92 was Pet Cemetery 2.
Yeah, because that had with Terminator 2 92. So
Okay, let me ask her. Let me Google. 91.
91. Yeah.
What about
That
you,
to
Michael?
me is probably the best sci-fi. That or Aliens is my favorite sci-fi movie.
Alien's the better movie, but I'll give you a pass.
Aliens is so good. Such a brilliant.
Keep talking up Aliens.
Oh God,
Keep it going.
Love it. Love it. Aliens. What about you, Michael? What was the movie that got you into horror movies?
Nightmare 4.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, I remember like being young and going over to a family friend's house, and my friend's brother, he was an older brother, and he borrowed the VHS, and yeah, Nightmare 4. Like it's still my favorite Nightmare movie. Like, I love it.
Did you watch that one before Part 3?
Yeah, it was the first Nightmare on Elm Street I ever saw. Because in Australia, like on our TV network, I remember having they used to have they'll show 1, 2, and 3 like back to back on like a Saturday night, and I always remember watching the first 2, getting up to the third one, and falling asleep when producer Arquette's character's running around in Freddy's house.
Oh,
yeah.
TCM.
What about you, Chris?
I mean, that's hard because my mom had me watching horror movies when I was really young. Like I remember watching like Town That Dreaded Sundown and Nightmare on Elm Street when I was like 2. So I was always drawn to like horror stuff. I mean, I guess maybe I've always kind of said Evil Dead 2 is the movie that made me like movies, if that makes sense. Like, it's the first movie where I saw more going on than just a story with like the camera work and the effects. And I've always cited that as my favorite movie of all time. So I'll just go with that.
Okay, cool. What about you, Dan?
It was a combination of things. Universal Monsters, of course, Hammer. I always gravitated towards Paul Naschy pretty hard. So the first time I, got to see the Waldemar Daninsky werewolf films, and as far as like getting more into the 80s, Hellraiser and Clive Barker, pretty huge for me. Cronenberg, so yeah, a little bit of everything, but it all really begins with Universal Monsters and Hammer, and never turn back.
I saw a great quote from Clive Barker, or it was at least attributed to Clive Barker, and it sounded like something Clive Barker would say. He said, "Making a movie is like an orgy. writing a novel is masturbation, or writing in general is masturbation." Thought that was kind of funny. Jonathan, what was the movie that got you into horror?
Wasn't really a movie, but when I was like preschool age, like 4, 5, whatever, my cousins lived with us for a little bit while their house was being built, and they were older, like 14, 16. And my oldest cousin didn't like to be alone watching Tales from the Crypt because Fox used to syndicate that back in the day around here. So it was always Tales from the Crypt, like really late at night. She would come scoop me up and put me in her room with her. That way she wasn't alone.
That was
I'd just sit there and watch it.
That was a huge boon for kids. If you could manage to stay up at midnight and catch that, it was everything you wanted, dude.
Yeah, you gotta throw Twilight Zone, Night Gallery. You got to throw those in there as well.
The Hitcher was a great one that used to come on late at night.
Hitchhiker,
Hitchhiker, that's it. Hitchhiker, yeah.
Wasn't that a series? Like an anthology type of thing?
Yeah.
Piz, I got a side note.
Sure.
This is based off of a comment that somebody wrote in, but do y'all remember playing the original Resident Evil?
Yes.
That was creepy.
Bruh.
I don't know if it was the first one that I played the first time.
I played the first thing I played.
I downloaded the demo of, I don't remember which one it was, and I played it, and It was really dark. It was really gory. When you died, they just show the zombies just all pouncing on you, and like there's all these wet gnashing sounds. Like you are dead. You know.
I played the first one, and I was a huge fan of Night of the Living Dead, and I was blown away by like I'm in the movie.
Yeah, I remember there was like ravens breaking through the window, and I mean it was creepy.
And you had limited ammo. You had to.
Oh yeah.
You couldn't
Video
just like
games,
it wasn't a shooter, you know. You had to backtrack.
Video games
and
may
figure
be
stuff
where
out.
the
Awesome.
scary stuff lies these days. Because I get way more tripped up playing a video game than I do watching a movie.
But you're high.
Most of the time.
There was a video game that John Carpenter was involved in. I forget. I think it was called Fear.
Fear was great, man. Yeah.
I remember playing that one. It had some great atmosphere and mood, and
Clive Barker had one called
It did it really
Jericho.
well. Yeah,
I remember that.
That was not a great game.
I never played that one, but I remember it. But Fear, I thought, was good. It had some great atmosphere and some good, good creepy moments.
That was a scariest game, man, when it came out.
Yeah.
Outlast, if nobody's played that, that's got to be the scariest game I've ever played. You don't have any weapons. You just have a camera to see through with night vision, and you just run away from danger.
Yeah, I never liked games like that. I
love it, man. It gets me going.
I always wanted to have some agency and not just run, you know.
Well, in real life, that's how it would go, man. You got demons coming at you. All you can do is run.
Do y'all remember the Dreamcast game called just the letter D? D.
No.
That game scared the living out of me. It's just D. You could search it. It's it was creepy.
I'll check.
Let me see. Who have I not? Lauren, what was the movie that got you into horror?
I think I've told the story a ton of times, but
this guy.
My mother set me down in front of a television with no warning downstairs, the color set, ironically, to watch a black and white film. And she said, "You're going to love this. It's called Psycho." And she walked away and let me watch this. I don't know exactly how old I was, but I was young enough to be probably not yet in school. But to be honest with you, I don't know. It's like a lot of UHF stations of monster movies, whether it was, the Universal stuff, the Hammer stuff, the Godzilla stuff, anything in between. Old Twilight Zone episodes, definitely part of it. I can remember in '81, Darkroom was on the air, and that made a huge impression on me. Still the most underrated anthology television series of all time. I think I rewatching it a couple years ago in its entirety, everything held up like ridiculously well. But it wasn't just movies, though. It was all of it. It was finding my way into reading and discovering, the Shadows anthologies from Charles L. Grant and the early stage and stuff. And but just everything. It's like there was this wonderful sense of discovery back then that I don't think we can possibly have today.
No.
Because the lack of scarcity, and think about that sentence for a second, has made nothing special.
You're right.
And I mean that. Like, the problem is we have too many options of everything. And it affects me too. I probably would as a 14-year-old Lauren would have loved Terrifier 2. But today, access to everything makes it that everything's a little less special because you don't have to reach for anything. Everything's brought right to you.
You're right, man.
And,
there's no more mythical movies, man. There's no more like your buddy tells you about a movie you saw that was just amazing. Maybe you read about it in a magazine. Yeah. Nobody's got it. You can't get it at the video store. You can't purchase it at Walmart. How do you see it?
But also, this is like not exactly the forum to say this, but I feel like people are really letting the genre become just a few things, whatever they prefer it to be, rather than going along for the ride. In other words, they're looking for the confirmation bias of what they want rather than allowing horror to grow organically. And I mean, I know I'm the old guy in the room, so that's fine. But, you had to let go of the Universal monsters at a certain point to get something as brilliant as the Val Lewton era. You couldn't get cat people without letting go of Frankenstein's monster. Doesn't mean we don't love Bride of Frankenstein. It's still my favorite film. But I'm glad its time came and went and something else came. And I just felt we're at a really weird moment where people were they're dug in as deep with their fingernails as they can into what they want the genre to be, rather than letting it to evolve to what it needs to be to get that next level of classics out there. So it's like, when the question is like, what got you into the genre? My real answer is, every time I discover something really brilliant, that's the new thing that got me to horror, because horror today is not what it was 10 years ago or 20 years ago or when I was a kid. Saloon this year is the best film of the year. It's a horror film that's also kind of a crime drama from Senegal, and it's just flat out brilliant and exactly a template for the kind of thing the genre needs to do going forward. But it's so hard to get anyone to take the roll of the die and watch it, because they're sitting there, well, it's French. I don't recognize any of the actors. The actors don't look like me. You got to let all that go.
Hey, the French have a good track record.
Well, they speak French, but they're not French.
Okay, well, I'm just saying, the French have a good track record, so that's never a deterrent.
So I mean, I know that sounds like a really I didn't answer the question outside of a very brief thing about Psycho, but the fact of the matter is, I really wish that today a kid could be brought down by their mom in front of a television set and said, "Hey, this is a film called Ringu. Have fun," and they walk away. Because I think that's how they'd have the same experience I had. I don't think if their first experience is, "Hey, this is the Netflix Texas Chainsaw Massacre, have fun," I don't think they're having that same experience as I had. Because again, it's too familiar. It's not pushing at the boundaries. And even a film like Psycho was, at the point I watched it, at least 20 years old, right? But that said, it didn't matter, because it was still so strong and fresh and vibrant. I'm not sure if we're in that place anymore.
I think part of the problem too is just corporate Hollywood stuff has such a grip on everything right now, that it kind of dictates what people are watching. Because at the same time, I see that the hunger for horror stuff is maybe stronger than it has been, at least in a long time. I mean, as you were saying earlier, like Smile, Barbarian, all this stuff. I mean, you've got Shudder, which seems to be doing insanely well. There's definitely a hunger there for it. It's just hard to get out of that grip of Hollywood does good stuff, but they also do really horrible stuff, because they're all about shareholders and making money, and that's their focus. It's just product to them,
Yeah.
And I think. Go ahead.
Go ahead and dive in there, Christian. I was gonna introduce you here momentarily, but go ahead, Christian. What's up, man?
Oh, I actually didn't say anything.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that was you.
That was me.
Well, let me jump in and say hello to Christian. He just joined. What's up, man?
What's going on, brothers? How's everybody doing tonight?
Doing good, man. Doing good.
Christian Hanahara.
That's me.
Just hanging out.
Hell yeah.
One and only.
Go ahead, Jack.
No, what I was gonna piggyback on who was talking about Holly. Oh yeah, it was you, Ghost. I think that with horror fans and people going out there, they want everything handed to them like Avengers Endgame or a superhero film where they give you the answers instead of you using your imagination, like the classic Exorcist. It's what you don't see that scares you. It's what you think is gonna happen that scares you, because our imagination is the biggest bringer. I don't know how you say, bringer of horror, within us. And when people aren't being fed the answers, they feel like a movie sucks. I think.
Yeah.
I think that can be true. I think that anything can be done well. So the most explicit, going out of its way to explain itself movie can still be really powerful and wonderful and great. But it has to be good, well written to begin with, and the director has to understand the material, and the actors all have to be on the page. You have to get that perfect lineup of all the creative interests.
Yeah.
By the same rate, something like Whistle and I'll Come to You is still going to be raise goose flesh on anyone, and that's 60 years later. So I think anything can be done well, and I don't think there's one direction the horror genre needs to go. But I do think that it's just important that we all like be open to it going wherever it needs to go. And I think someone like a Ty West or a Michael Flanagan, who guys definitely who they trade in some nostalgia, but they're also in other ways pushing the genre forward. They might have the magic answer to this to get people comfortable enough to come on board something new rather than just face constant nostalgia. But I will say that we live in the golden times where everything's available to us, but because everything's available to us, we care so little, and that's the shame of it. It's almost youth is wasted on the young situation. So
we're also in a position now where everything is available, and I'm so backed up on stuff I should have seen years ago.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like stuff's coming out all the time that it's like, well, I need to see that. And
I feel that way too.
I almost feel like anything that's coming out new is almost secondary to me. It's like,
if you sleep for a month, you've got like a list of 10 movies you need to like go back and watch before. Yeah.
That's true. Let me give a shout out here to Francis Chainsaw Grimp. Thank you for the $2 super chat. Appreciate that. Happy spooky season to you. You did mention how everything is accessible these days, and like I can remember like seeing The Burning for the first time because that's a movie I had to track down.
For some reason, I've never seen it. I've never seen that.
You've never seen.
Look,
you need to see The Burning. Okay.
It's good.
Okay, I'll get on Shutter tonight, and I will watch The Burning for all of you.
The Burning is.
But yeah, I had to.
Isn't
for
it?
some reason, it's a slasher. Yeah. For some reason, my video store didn't have it. It wasn't just something you could go and get off of Amazon or anything like that. And then eventually, it was available on Amazon. This the MGM exclusive VHS.
That MGM DVD that came out that day, the Scarecrows DVD, they all came out in succession. All these movies that were super hard to get to.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I saw it on a channel called Monsters HD. Did anybody have that back in the day?
I had FearNet. I only had FearNet.
FearNet was awesome.
Monsters HD was all right, man.
Same thing with like the Town That Dreaded Sundown. That was a really difficult one to find. So like tracking that one down and watching it,
Well, see, that was my mom's like favorite movie, and we rented that movie so often that we knew where like the tracking like would mess up on the tape and stuff.
Oh,
yeah.
But yeah, I just remember like the excitement of like holding those in my hand to be like, oh man, I'm getting ready to watch this. Like,
oh yeah,
I still have that feeling.
I'm trying to think the last. I think it was Dario Argento's Dark Glasses. Finally watching that one, like tracking it down and watching it. That was exciting.
When I was able to own a copy of Night of the Creeps, that was such a huge thing.
Mm-hmm. Same thing with Monster Squad.
Yeah.
That was a big day.
Night of the Creeps, I'd tell everybody about forever. I'd be like, you just got to watch Sci-Fi Channel. It comes on sometimes.
Yeah.
A movie that I recently saw that came out in the late 80s. I always remember the cover art for, but I found it on Tubi, of course, was American Gothic.
Oh, they remade that with what's her name? Come on, guys.
I hate that movie.
The Conjuring chick.
Bia Farmiga or something like that.
Vera Farmiga.
Bia Farmiga.
Christian, I'm with you. It's awful.
No disrespect, Swaggy G. I literally want to burn that Blu-ray. That was the most boring movie I ever bought from Scream Factory.
Yeah, I didn't say it was good. I just
not a good time.
Found it.
The remake.
Not a good time.
The remake.
Wasn't that a show with like Gary Cole?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I know what
I'm
you're
not
sure
related.
that's
Not related, but yes.
Not related?
They're,
Okay.
They're not related, but yeah, it is.
They have a remake. God, what's her name? She's in every Nightmare on Elm Street. I can't remember this goddess's name. They remade it, and it's like at Dollar Tree for $1, and it was boring as hell. Me and my girlfriend were like, "What the fuck are we watching?" Like, what?
This is American Gothic made me rethink physical media collecting. I'm not even gonna lie to you. That's how much I hate that boring piece of crap.
Every once in a while, you run on one of those
features.
I was absolutely pissed off because I thought it was gonna be good. I remember like in like a week's succession, I saw like 6 or 7 of my friends get it. Like, fuck yeah, American Gothic. I'm like, all right, let me get it. I was pissed off.
Is it worse than Hobgoblins though?
Hobgoblins, I can't look at it fair because I got ripped off from Vinegar Syndrome. So I'm always gonna have an extreme bitterness.
Whoa, what happened? Ooh, yeah. I want to hear the story.
All right.
Bring it on, man.
I've told it a bunch, but I'll tell it again.
Sorry to bring it up, by the way.
No, it's cool. It's cool. So I was at Texas Frightmare, maybe it was 2018, and I was doing my last passing, and I was telling City, I was like, I didn't buy any movies while we were here, and she goes, well, they got that table there, they got Vinegar Syndrome. I was like, let's go buy Vinegar Syndrome. And the guy behind the table was very personable. Sweet guy, very nice. And he's like, what can I do for you, man? What you looking for? You a Vinegar Syndrome fan? I'm like, I'm getting into you guys. I've gotten some of your bigger titles, but I'm looking to expand my horizons, blah, blah, blah. He goes, dude, do you like Gremlins? I said, of course. I love Gremlins. Are you kidding me? I look at my wife. I was like, we love Gremlins. He goes, dude, I've got the perfect movie for you. Now, mind you, the movies are stacked on the table like this. They're stacked on top of each other. There's about 7 or 8 stacks on the table. There's one that's really tall. He goes, dude, I got the perfect movie for you. Reaches at the top of the stack and hands me this movie. He goes, this is called Hobgoblins. Dude, if you like Gremlins, this is for you.
See, I got respect for that, though, because that's the original sales pitch for Hobgoblins.
It is. Yes.
It's like, do you like Gremlins?
I know. So I buy it. And I actually, he was like, I said, how much are these? These are 20. I said, I got 15 cash. He goes, that's fine, 15. I did save a few bucks, but I still got ripped off. So all of a sudden we walk into the car lot and Sydney kind of just stops for a second. And I was like, what's wrong, Sydney? She goes, you got ripped off. I was like, what do you mean? He goes, you don't notice that stack was really tall on that table? And I was like, what are you trying to say? I'm an idiot. And she goes, Christian, look on IMDb. And I looked on IMDb and put it to you this way: if Hobgoblins was playing golf, it would be Tiger Woods. That was the score. So I immediately get home and watch it, and I felt personally insulted and I was pissed off. That movie is a sack of shit. I can't stand it. And somehow they made a sequel. People GoFunded me a sequel or something like 10 years ago. Sadist, I swear to God.
Just go watch Halloween Ends. You'll feel better.
By the way, has anybody got a notification that their Vinegar Syndrome order has shipped?
It shipped. Mine's been waiting acceptance for 3 days now.
Mine's been waiting acceptance for 2 days.
I haven't checked. Yeah, I did get a shipping notification.
We'll have it before Christmas, I'm sure.
Mine shipped. I should have it by Wednesday.
Can I ask though? I know everybody loves them, but why do they even have street dates? Like, how does that? Like, why even have? Just be like October-ish. October-ish. Like, don't put October 20. Like, don't put the 25th. If like
you want the real
that's
answer?
When you're gonna start sending them out.
They got to keep up appearances, man.
Do you want the real answer about why street dates exist? I can give you that.
Uh-oh.
So it comes back to retailers, but e-tailers have it too. It's supposed to be that everyone has an equal chance to sell it on the day of release.
Oh, well, we know that's bullshit.
Well, it is now, but it wasn't back in the old record store days. I used to have things, a week in advance, and they had to sit in my back room until Tuesdays. And then they went out at 9 in the morning when we opened, and that was everyone had the equal shot. But whereas like you didn't want your competition because they were located closer to the shipping center to have it, and you lost that on the sales of that title. So it's meant to be fair to all retailers.
Well, would you email that to them? Just that paragraph, just be like, just so you know.
It don't matter, dude.
It doesn't matter anyway now. I mean, it's honestly, the old distribution methods are dead. They're just a lot of vestigial ideas like release dates. But that's why it exists, and that's where they came from.
Even like, let me give a shout out here to Servants the Immortal. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Great to see everyone. And yes, Horde needs to come back to the good old days, like mid 80s, late 80s, and some early 90s.
We are in the good old days today. If you just dig a little deeper than the big titles.
I want 2006 horror back. That's what I want. I want
the French
I want Paris Hilton movies.
Oh,
are you kidding me?
The Wax.
I love House of Wax. Have you guys watched the special features on House of Wax? She's like,
is it hot?
Do what now? Oh, dude, like, she's so like she's in character in the post, like in the interview. So like you don't hear the interviewer ask Paris questions, but like it just cuts to Paris. The memories I have of this film are memories that are great memories. Everybody was happy. Like she's speaking like Paris, drop it. Just be you. I want to see the real Paris. But
if you had $1 billion, it would be hard to get you to care about fucking anything for 10 minutes too.
Yeah.
I was always a Paris Hilton fan. I remember when she went on David Letterman and David gave her a bunch of shit. And then when she said she was in Repo the Genetic Opera, the audience actually laughed at her on the show. And I was pissed off. I was so pissed.
I prefer the first film, the
that?
one with the night vision. I watched it a lot. I watched it in clips because I wasn't, I didn't have a credit card.
She's been in a couple decent movies. I mean, say what you will about her.
She is no worse than anybody in House of Wax. She's perfect for that type
she's great
of film.
in that movie.
Yeah,
she's perfect for that type of film.
You could argue she's the best thing about it.
Yeah, when she was trying to find her boyfriend's wallet on the floor over and over, that was pretty funny.
I mean, she's hot and she knows what her role is. I respect that.
Yeah, House of Wax.
She's not trying to be
House of Wax remake is way better than it should be.
I love it. I love it. I watched that the other day. That was actually Scream Factory doing a decent job putting out something good. So
that's a remake as well.
A remake?
It is.
Yep.
Really? That's a third one?
Yep.
Mystery. Yeah.
Mystery of the Wax Museum, House of Wax, and House of Wax.
Yeah.
I'm also going to throw in Waxworks.
No.
Waxman.
Oh, Waxworks.
Did you pluralize it too? Did you call it Waxworks?
That had the guy from Gremlins.
Yeah,
in it.
hang on. We have a Waxworks here
that
sells physical media, so that's what.
It's I just want to point out that series went from Fay Ray to Paris Hilton in a couple generations. So.
I call that improvement. I call that improvement.
You are out of your mind, but I actually
Fay Ray didn't look that good in 2003.
Well, that's true. But in 1934, however.
Yeah, if we went 100 years back, she'd have been perfect for it, bro.
Paris Hilton versus Pieces.
Hell yeah, bro.
Give me that movie.
That's one I haven't seen either. Jesus
let's make a Pieces remake with Paris Hilton getting chopped to pieces. I'd watch that.
I think she'd be down for it.
Yeah, I mean, she's not working right now.
Like the scene in the bathroom or the scene in the locker room where he just chainsaws straight through that girl. That's got Paris's name written all over it.
Why hasn't there been like a Debbie Does Dallas horror theme?
Thank you, Alex.
Film? There's a bunch of that. They're called erotic thrillers.
There's
I watched one last night. I watched Murder Weapon.
Murder Weapon.
If you want sleaze, I recommend Death Escort Service. It sounds like that's what you're looking for, the Death Escort Service trilogy.
I was looking through some sleaze last night and Witchcraft 4 because we saw it in half price books for so much.
$150. You could have the DVD.
Hey man, I found it streaming somewhere. And
did it star Shannon Tweed?
Sunset Thomas is in that movie.
Yeah,
there's like 19 of them.
My wife Shannon.
Yeah, there is. There's a lot. How angry is that guy that drops 150 in half price and then like Vinegar Syndrome announces it next day?
It's just shit like that I can't buy. Like, come on.
I mean, that's one of those franchises I've always been super curious, but it's such an investment, and some of them are probably slogs, dude. Like.
Yeah,
but then there's probably some gems in there.
Some of them are
slogs.
There's no continuity though. Like they switch out actors and like they transfer bodies or some shit. My friend's obsessed with them. One of my producer buddies, and he watches like the 19 Days of Witchcraft in October. So I don't know I don't know which one he's on tonight, but yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, you can jump in anywhere. You're
Where's that? Is Julie Strain? Is she the constant?
No, she was in a couple.
She's a couple.
Yeah. 4, I believe.
The Bear Winch Project.
Oh Jesus!
Those are gold, Jonathan.
That's just disrespectful. Right
that is Jim Wynorski. Jim Wynorski doing his thing, man.
Wait, have you guys talked about VHS 99 yet, or no?
We talked about it a little bit toward the beginning.
Oh, my bad.
So,
I enjoyed it.
It was awesome.
Christian, have you seen anything good lately?
Me and Sydney were watching that. I didn't finish it, but I wasn't hating it. It was called, damn it, It's on Paramount Plus. The Broad from It Follows and The Guest.
Significant Others.
Significant Others.
Other.
Oh yeah, bro.
I fell asleep pretty quick, but I love that chick. I love her.
So that's good stuff, huh?
Monroe, right?
Well, I
Monroe.
fell asleep, so I didn't see what happens, but it was playing out like The Strangers in the Woods.
Oh, okay.
Especially the relationship, because she asks. I don't want to get into it, but I got to finish that, and I'm sure somebody mentioned it. The last thing I watched was that Indian movie with Lauren, which was we had a blast. Monty was going nuts. That was
Monty was gonna have a stroke. He was having so much fun with that movie.
That's
why you gotta love Monty, buddy. Monty makes everything a better time.
I watched VHS 99 again. I like it. I liked it. I thought it was as good as 94. I could
94. Do away with that first segment was the weakest one for me. But
the casket one.
There was something I loved about that first skit. If the thing I hated about it was the shaky cam.
Yeah.
Wait, which one are we talking about?
Camera work was really a pain in the ass.
99.
But the concept was awesome. I love anything like punk rock zombies. You know?
Yeah, that was really weird. I think the last segment was very out there for me. But then I found out that they did Deathstream on Shudder as well. That movie, it was
the blast.
Check it out.
Yeah.
Deathstream is I forgot about Deathstream. It's
I gotta finish. I started that too. I've been starting stuff and not finishing it.
I haven't finished it. We started Deathstream at
I want my money back for watching Dashcam. I absolutely despised it. It actually really pissed me off.
Is that not the most annoying character in cinema history?
I liked it.
It's up there with American. It's up there with American Gothic. Put it to
Like
I would have laid that bitch out 15 minutes into the movie.
Out with a fucking...
As soon as she broke into my house, she'd have been out fucking cold. That'd have been the end of the movie.
What else did I watch? Oh,
is Dashcam
I bought it.
Blige?
No. Oh, I know what you're talking about, but no, this is
Oh, I think that was Body Cam. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know where it is, but I bought it a while ago and I finally watched it. Burial Ground. Right?
Yeah.
That was good. Manchester Morgue.
Oh, that's great. Yeah,
that was good. Yeah, I've been trying to crank those out because I was going to do like a Living Dead show with my buddy tomorrow night. And I was like, well, I need to see a couple of these. Manchester Morgue was great. I'm so glad I waited to pick it up at a decent price. I don't want to say nothing bad about Synapse. I want to get free movies from them, but
don't we all?
Cut the shit labels.
Just
if you're gonna do something, be real. Don't lie to people.
But that's about it.
And actually, Burial Ground is getting a 4K in the very near future.
Son of a bitch.
So
that's why it shit goes now.
Peter Bark in 4K, man. I can't wait.
I like that movie. There's some creepy stuff in that. Yeah.
That Burial Ground's a blast. You were talking about VHS 99. I think one thing I missed was Timo Tchahanto, the director of Maybe Will Take You. He's had the best segments. Safe Haven and 2 is the best segment in any VHS movie, and I missed Timo's work. He didn't have a segment in this, and he's not having one in 85, so I'm pretty disappointed.
Wait up, they already announced the next one?
Did you see his Satan's Slave remake?
Yes.
Awesome. Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, you should dive into his work. Macabre is also fantastic with his brother.
I feel like the concept of the franchise, though, is to move on. They can't just keep having the same directors. I mean, they could, but conceptually, I think it's to bring new guys up. And
I get that.
I think they should do? They should do Betamax 89. That's what I want. Let's do the Betamax.
Oh, that would.
It'll be a little bit better quality, and the sound will be a little bit better. Then we could do Laserdisc 95.
LD 95. There you go. Now I'm on the last of the Anaconda movies now. I just watched the one with
those last two are rough.
In peace, bro.
The one with what is his name? Come on, the Hoff.
David Hasselhoff.
David Hasselhoff.
Oh my God, the Hoff.
I would have got that box set.
So much fucking fun, dude.
But didn't they eventually do Anaconda versus Lake Placid?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like beyond.
Of
Like
course they
this.
did. Of course
Of
they
course,
did.
they ruined that franchise. Jesus.
It's not legitimately a part of the franchise because you can't copyright the word anaconda. So
Anaconda.
Are you serious?
Anaconda.
They went there. They went,
Anaconda.
yeah, it's not
They,
actually a part of like that.
kind of like
franchise.
Amityville. You can't copyright a town. You can't copyright.
Like a
So you
snake
could make
is like,
Amityville Anaconda if you wanted to.
Holy
Dude!
crap!
I'm in. Let's do it.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Let's go.
Somebody
Now
call
you're
Chauncey
talking.
Phillips.
somebody fucking.
Hey guys, we're gonna be Anaconda in Amityville.
You know what? You guys want to help me produce it? Come down here to Louisiana. We'll film
start
it in
the
a week.
GoFundMe.
Hey baby, I'm
Let's
in
go.
Louisiana. Let's go.
Are
I'm
you
coming.
serious? What part?
Yes.
What town?
Well, I don't want to say the town because there's psychos
What
that watch
parish?
Business
Don't
Channel.
wanna-
Lincoln. So I'm on the.
I'm a Voiles, dead center.
Okay. I'm in the ballpark. I can get you
Okay.
guys tonight.
Well, wait,
Let's just get it. I just want Christian wrestling a rubber snake in his backyard.
There you go.
Cameo by Jennifer Lopez.
Oh, yeah.
Bring back Ice Cube, man.
You could get iced tea. I don't know about Ice Cube.
I'd rather.
Yeah.
I'd rather.
As long as he
yeah.
brings Coco to set, we're good.
Hey.
Who was the other actor in that he got bit and he had the closed up throat?
Eric Stoltz.
That's it.
Eric
Yeah.
Stoltz, yes.
I love Eric Stoltz.
Yeah.
People,
He had the easiest gig. I mean, that was good money. You just you're in
Yeah.
it for 2 minutes and then you're passed out. You
just
know?
lay there.
Yeah, just lay there and let J-Lo take care of you. Where do I sign?
I mean, we could get Eva Mendes in there too. Bring, get the Puerto Rican flavor.
I think if you don't bring back David Hasselhoff, you're gonna have an issue.
I'm glad that you guys are working on the unified Anaconda cinematic universe here. But
yes,
Somebody's
what?
got to.
I mean,
Somebody's got to.
it's Amityville versus Anaconda.
No.
we gotta come up
No.
with a
See, my
story.
vision is an Amityville possessed anaconda. Well, I need a supernatural giant snake.
Wow.
I can do it. I can do it.
We're getting deep here. Supernatural giant snake.
how do you incorporate the two though? Does the Anaconda a pet?
Somebody moves
in
into the
Amityville
fucking
house?
Amityville house with a pet snake.
And
If
then
they are
the
not
snake
aware it's an
becomes-
anaconda,
It writes itself.
or it swims up through the sewer.
We're actually gonna do this found footage as well. So
Oh,
VHS.
It just
Amityville.
POV.
It just
What is
The name
Wild
of the movie.
Eye.
The name of the movie is VHS Amityville Anaconda, and it's going to be a smash success. Watch out, Terrifier 2. We're going to make people gag and throw up and piss and shit themselves in the theater. We're going to do $75 million in the box office. And it's coming out next month, so be ready.
Did the anaconda eat what's left of Sean C. Phillips' hair? Because that's
all
got
I swear to God, if I see that on a GoFundMe in a month,
I'm donating.
Oh,
you better
You
get
do the hard ticket to Hawaii snake where it has poison, cancer injected into it.
God.
I
totally forgot about that.
hey,
This is all great stuff.
we got
R.I.P.
somebody with
Andy
the
Spadara.
anaconda's eyes are the shape of the house windows
Oh, that's
in Amityville.
gold
That's
right there.
gold, man.
But see, I'm
Listen, stop giving out this information for free. Put it on paper and copyright it. Okay, we're giving this stuff away for free. Somebody's writing this down, and it's going to be in production soon.
Right.
Starring Treat Williams.
I don't
Texas
know
Battle.
about. I think Treat be like, nah.
He did one called Pythons. That's why I bring that up.
Starring the late
Oh.
great Rutger Hauer.
Well, let's. We've been going for almost 2 hours. Is there anything else you guys want to discuss before we call it a night?
Yeah, the new Friday the 13th news that hasn't happened yet.
Let's see. Let's refresh Jason Bloom's Twitter and let's see what he was dressing like he was putting on some women's clothing. I'm not sure what that was about.
Man, Jason,
Isn't it rumored that they were going to take over the Nightmare on Elm Street?
He was talking shit about it, wasn't he? Like I could get Robert Englund.
Yeah, he was. He
Remember
was.
that.
He was boosting about his
Couldn't afford
his
Robert
pool. But yo,
Nothing new in the Jason Blum front.
it's just gonna be called Nightmare if Blumhouse did it. Nightmare. I mean,
Let's see.
crickets here. But hey, that found footage idea, by the way, let's talk. I'm down. Y'all think I'm playing? Shit, I got Amityville Leprechaun on IMDb, so nobody takes the idea. I'm in.
Oh snap! Oh snap!
Think I'm playing.
Speaking of vinegar syndrome, I did pick up this.
Yes, that's a classic. That is a classic.
Good movie.
Good killer
Hey,
cat
talking.
movie.
Christian,
I love those.
Cat
Good,
movie.
you like that
I
movie?
love those. I
Starring George
Love that
Kennedy.
movie.
don't think I've got anything
What is that? I can't see it.
Mondo,
new.
New York.
Oh.
I like that
Hold on.
cover.
Yeah, that's I see the yeah.
Hold on.
If you've never seen Mondo, New York, Claire.
Some good cleavage.
So
Lady
this
Gaga in
movie
it?
is just this movie is just a documentary in which they go around and find the weirdest shit that happened in New York during the early 80s. So you get to see performance artists that kill animals, and you get to see a drag queen perform a Marilyn Monroe burlesque act, and a real voodoo ceremony in a basement.
Nice.
It was a great rental back in the day, and so
I Double Dragon.
I got
Double Dragon, boy. You know that's gold.
Oh, I've seen that. I've seen that, Jack.
seen
Schools
Schools Out.
Out.
Well, they
Oh,
have
yeah.
a sequel. It's called Dead Island Schools Out 2. And unfortunately, it's in German with no subtitles. So
Well,
yeah.
Damn it.
just learn how to speak German.
Yeah, sharpen up.
Ghost Stories for Christmas. Ooh.
the box set, it's all of it. So then I picked up
Funhouse. Nice.
and finally.
God
very
damn it.
Is
So
that
if you're holding off on the Italian disc because it does not anywhere on it say that it has English subtitles, it has English subtitles. It just doesn't have it anywhere on the packaging.
Cool.
Son of a bitch.
I couldn't read German on the description, and well, it doesn't.
I'll show this off again. The Bat. If you've not seen The Bat, go watch The Bat.
Yeah.
Gorgeous restoration of Vincent Price's The Bat.
Yes.
I would definitely check it out.
Mine's in the kitchen, but I got this.
What did you think of The Prey?
I'd actually never seen The Prey before. That one could completely flown under my radar. It's okay. It's a little too
Boring.
a little boring, but way too much nature footage thrown in there. I mean, I guess the director was trying to make a statement about whatever.
Padding run time. Yeah.
Wait, did it have like stock
Yeah.
footage of just bullshit?
Making a statement about having to get in the 90-minute mark to get it into foreign market. Yep, that was it.
like there's a sequence where they're sitting around a campfire eating, and they've edited in like here's footage of a snake eating a rat, and then here's footage of an owl now eating the snake. So like it's getting pretty deep. You know what I mean? It's getting pretty deep.
You can't rewatch that movie though.
It is exciting finding a first watch though, like of something like that.
Yeah, and then I saw Arrow even released that on Blu-ray, and I was like, "Where the hell?" That one completely flew under my radar. But I'll never watch it again, though. I watched it once. That's enough.
Did anyone get the Gothic Fantastico set from Arrow with Blancheville monsters on that? It's another good one to grab for Halloween.
No, I didn't.
I have added Death Escort service to my watch list. That's for sure, though.
That's
Have
about as sleazy as it gets.
Ooh,
Have
that
y'all
sounds
seen the new
fantastic.
Marlon Wayans on the one that like Hubie's Halloween Part 2 on
I'll
Netflix?
Curse of Bridge Hollow.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I bet you
Yeah.
anything. There's a Christmas one coming.
That was fun. It was like a good like kids movie. Just a spooky, fun movie.
Hubie. Dude, Piz, did you see on Twitter? I shared it. I think I posted it in our chat. That New York Ripper video store display.
I did see that. Yeah,
dude, I dropped to my knee. I couldn't believe that existed, and that thing it looked brand spanking new.
It looked beautiful.
I fucking love that movie even more now. I didn't know I could like it even more, dude.
I'm not a fan of the movie, but I would have definitely proudly displayed that standee down here somewhere.
Gorgeous.
That was a cool
Amazing.
standee.
Man.
Yeah, that was a cool standee. Let's go ahead and call it a night here, folks. We've been going for about 2 hours. We've covered a lot of bases. I see somebody's trying to join, but we are loaded up. I'm not sure who's trying to join. But let's see here. Dan, where can we find you on social media?
You can catch us on YouTube at Flesh Wound Features, and content every day in October. Looking forward to a somewhat more quiet November. I think I'm doing a trailer show next week just to catch up.
Okay, cool. Chris, where can we find you on social media?
Slasher Home Video.
Okay. Jonathan, where can we find you on social media?
Find me at Bombastic Reviews here on YouTube. Can you guys hear me? Yeah, there we are. And I'm just now finishing up my Scarefest video, so that'll be up hopefully by the weekend.
Nice.
And S'mores Indoors podcast here on YouTube.
We're dropping people. We've lost 2. Christian, where can we find you on social media?
Planet CHH on YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. So yeah, I think that's it. I don't really use Facebook. I have one, but if you friend request me, I'm sorry, I really don't get on anymore. But that's where you can find me.
Okay. Swaggy, where can we find you, sir?
You can find me on MySpace. No, I'm joking.
You can find me in St. Louis.
Whatever happened to MySpace?
Still there.
It turned into like a music, like a
Justin Timberlake bought it.
Like at one time, it was them and Facebook.
Well, back when Facebook used to have, I remember this when I was in high school. You had to have a college. You had to have a college email address.
EDU, yeah.
To get it, and then it opened up, and MySpace died.
Find me on Zanga.
It was so much better. You could have music on there. Shit. It was
a profile.
Shit.
You had your top 5 or top 10 friends?
Top 8.
Tom always, you can move Tom to the back. He would sneak back up there, man.
Yeah. Tom was sneaky.
Tom was not spying on your personal information. I'll give Tom.
Tom had the idea. He took the money and got out, and Tom's is living Tom's best life now.
Tom is great.
Good for him, man.
Yeah. Ghost, where can we find you on social media?
We could find me on my website, thedailyghost.com.
The Daily Ghost. Anybody else telling you they're a Daily Ghost? Dang.
There's only one.
Daily Ghost.
Dude,
there's only one.
You got it set up over there, Ghost. You got the fluorescent lights in the back. You got the SM7B.
I need to get
you got it going. You got it going on, dude.
Dude,
the records back there.
Yeah, is that a digital poster?
That's a TV. He turns sideways, and he's got his card in the. I know what you're doing.
They do sell those now at the appropriate size, but they're very expensive.
Dude, that's killer. I've been meaning to do that.
That's next level.
Yeah, it's fun. It's especially fun putting them all together. Yeah, I just grabbed all the the JPEGs off of was it IMDb or something? Just throw them.
Dude, you're killing it over there, Ghost. I'm digging it, man.
Yeah, I'll have some lighting next time. Hopefully, it's slow process.
I like it. It's moody.
Thanks.
Got the flamingo up there.
The flamingo is my favorite.
The flamingo.
The flamenco is cool. Of course, he's got the ghost to represent.
You gotta have the ghost. You need the pineapple.
Dude, you gotta have an ice cream cone one, like above to the right of the palm tree, like an ice cream cone, like a vanilla. Dude, I can feel it. Yeah,
sure.
The on-air sign is cool too.
Or a cactus. Think about a cactus.
You look like you're sitting in a radio pit, like ready to do a show.
You're live with the Daily Ghost here.
Yeah.
UKRP.
You're listening to the smooth sounds of jazz.
It's 11:57 in the Eastern.
Grab your woman and hold her tight.
Friday part 2.
Look
back there. Friday part 2's up there. Look at Ghost, man.
There it is. It is.
The most underwhelming fucking posters, by the way. The Friday posters are terrible.
Next time you're on the show, I want nothing but Lucio Fulci posters. All right.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
I want, and I'll actually just put the Ripper up there and leave it up there. Just the whole show. Leave the Ripper up there the whole time.
Just put the toe scene. Have the toe scene repeat over and over again.
You can have a couple alternate posters, but I want the Ripper.
Just have a movie playing sideways. I'm cool with that too.
There you go.
There's part 6. Look at it. Look at it. Oh my god.
There it is. Very nice.
We gotta all chip in and get Christian one of these because like he just sat in his room all day going, "Holy shit! Look at it!
It's Alligator 2, the mutation.
Oh! He's just clapping. Yeah.
That James Bond.
His wife comes in and like, "Are you fucking ready for bed, dude? Like, I mean, you've been staring at this thing for 9 hours."
A View to a Kill.
That is so cool. Lauren, where can we find you on social media?
Lauren Dixon on the Twitter and Visited by Voices 1 on YouTube. But more importantly, very shortly in the coming month, please visit me on Amazon as the new book, Divide by Zero, will be coming out from Fractured Mirror. And definitely could use your support. If you don't read for pleasure yourself, if you know someone who does, please consider picking the book up because it's a tough business and all the support matters.
What's it called?
Divide by Zero. It's easier probably just look up my name, which is, going to lead you just to me. So, which is not the name on
I've got
screen.
an idea for a signature cocktail for you too, Lauren. I'll tell you off air.
That sounds dangerous.
And I think I know. I think Jack may be having some connection problems, and somebody else dropped out. So, but shout out to them for hanging out with us tonight, and appreciate y'all being patrons. Did I get to everybody? I think I got to everybody, didn't I?
Space.
Okay, cool. I have got a mask unboxing coming out on Friday. Jeremy and I are going to be doing our Halloween stream on Halloween Day at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Jeremy will be in costume. I don't know if I'll be in costume or not, but Jeremy's costume will make up for both of ours. So
Jeremy does it right, man.
He does it. He doesn't play around. That's for
that
sure.
Prince was top notch.
He was good. He was good as Prince. That's for sure. This one will be good too. I promise. And then next month on the 9th, I'm going to be having My Bloody Valentine director George Mahalka on the channel.
Nice.
As well as the author of the upcoming My Bloody Valentine novelization, Armando Munoz. And what he did, he got a hold of the original script, which the original script, what we saw in the film was there's at least 30 to 40% of the movie what didn't even make it to the film because they had to cut out so much.
Wow.
So he's writing the ultimate novelization of the film. So we're going to be talking all things My Bloody Valentine, the legacy of the film, the novelization, of course, and what the future may hold for Valentine Bluffs. So it'll be a fun bloodstream for sure.
Very cool.
All righty. Well, again, thank you all for hanging out with me tonight. It's been really, it's been a blast as always. Let me shout at this noob here. Look at this noob.
Orc
wants to know what's the street date, Lauren.
Well, that's a tricky question. I'll have that very shortly. The business is a bit weird about pre-orders versus release dates for small presses, so I'll have it shortly. It won't be a big secret. It'll be blasted all over the place.
Gotcha.
Hopefully all you guys will help me blast it all over the place too.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Let me give some shout outs here. Shout out to Orc himself for 16 months of being a channel member. Thank you, sir. Shout out to Alex Bacon for the $5 super chat. Shout out to Servants the Immortal for the $5 super chat. Shout out to Creasefold for the $2 super chat. Shout out to Francis Chainsaw Grimp for the $2 super chat. And shout out to Bryce Bourne for the $1.99 super chat. And shout out to Art for the $2.99 super chats. Appreciate that. All righty. You guys have a great rest of your night. We'll talk again very, very soon. And thank you to all you guys here for hanging out with me and for being patrons. I appreciate the support.
Thanks, Biz.
We'll see you again very, very soon. Until then, peace.